You're watching the Ship on Day One Field Guide. I'm Hans. Let's get ship done. You're probably watching this video because you're interested in scaling out source code management. Maybe you've used source code management previously, maybe while coding on a side project, while committing to open source, or maybe on a previous team or within a previous company. However, maybe your current team isn't using source code management as much as you'd like. And it can be difficult to take a new framework or a new technology and have an entire team or an entire org implement it. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk about two different ways that we can better scale source code management across a team that isn't using it as much as we'd like. And as software developers, this is important because you and I know it's good to have a safe place to store code, to be able to look over a version history, as well as to be able to manage feature branches. The first thing that we should do when trying to get a new team to adopt source code management is get everyone in the habit of writing every single line of software in a software repository. This means that it should be a habit when you're starting a new project to create a repository for that project and make sure that every person on the team has write and read access to that repository so that they can see the code that's being written and potentially step in and make changes. The second thing that we want to do is look at always creating feature branches for every new feature or bug fix written. If we look at our repository and if it always has a master, we will want to create a new feature branch every time we create a new feature. And we can have multiple feature branches in flight, either with the same developer or with multiple developers. At any point in time, these feature branches can be merged back via pull request to master and deployed out. One of the key things that we want to try and do is make sure that at any point in time, we can take what is on master and deploy it out to QA and eventually to production. This is important because it can shorten the lifespan between when code is written and what's actually in production in front of customers. In order to help reinforce these habits for pull requests, there are 4 different tips that I'm hoping that you can keep in mind. The first is to always write tests alongside your feature on your feature branch. The second is to fill out a pull request template. A pull request template should at least say, here is what is included in this pull request, and here are the steps to take in order to QA and ensure that this pull request works as expected. And those QA steps also form the basis of the tests that are being written. The third thing to do is to tell your teammates when you've cut a PR to them. Notifications can get lost, and so you want to use either Slack or verbal communication in order to say, hey, I have a pull request open. Could you look at it? Finally, when a pull request is assigned to you, let people know when you've commented on it and work through those comments quickly. That means that, again, you're shortening the time between when you write code and when you deploy it out. Using these 4 tips and these 2 techniques, you can scale source code management easily across your entire team and potentially your entire organization. Join me in another couple of videos. We'll talk about measuring source code management and how to optimize it. You can find those 2 videos, as well as many more resources for shipping more software at shipondayone.com. I'll see you over there. Thanks.